Claude Debussy's music presents a unique challenge to the pianist. Its rich but refined tonal palette and flexible rhythms require the highest levels of physical coordination. In Reflet dans l'eau, notice the overall suppleness of the arms and hands. In a piece of such musical delicacy, mobility is more necessary than muscle effort. The arms must be light, almost weightless at times, and supported by a quiet torso. Notice how the movements are free but extremely economical. The non-playing fingers usually rest on the keys and are supple and ready to move when needed. The energy is so subtly directed into the key that the basic stroke is almost invisible. But the hand, wrist, and arm muscles continually release, and no tension is accumulated during fast passage work. This muscle freedom, plus an optimal alignment of the arm and hand bones, allows the fingers to be as mobile and supple as possible. Now listen and watch for a correlation between the subtle breathing motion of the arms and the larger rhythmic pulse of the music. As the piece increases in musical intensity, muscle contraction at the moment of impact on the keys is greater. But the muscles are continually releasing. The fingers can then move easily and quickly over the keys. Even in the most rapid passage work, the fingers never work alone. Their movements flow out of the sequential coordination of all segments of the arm. Now let's take a closer look at the basic stroke and form in slow motion in a fast passage. Notice the continual rise and fall of the wrist and the way the fingers hang freely. This tells us that there is no excess tension present in the forearm or hand as the pianist moves from one part of the keyboard to another. The arm muscles are constantly being refreshed and rejuvenated. We can clearly see the arches of the hand and arm in their optimal alignment, both for supporting weight when producing sound, as well as for moving quickly and freely from place to place. There is always a sense of fluidity to the motions when we are coordinating well. The dynamics, colors, articulations, and musical nuances in Reflet dans l'eau all require of the pianist the freest movements and the most sensitive touch. But the physical freedom which good coordination allows can only enhance the musical fluidity of this evocative piece. etude in E-flat minor is a stark contrast in colors, volume, and emotional content. Dark, melancholy, intense, and deeply passionate, this music requires the highest levels of physical coordination of the whole body. In contrast to the Debussy, the basic stroke is applied here on practically every chord. The arm bones must be optimally aligned to support the enormous weight directed through all levers of the body, including the torso. The arm and hand muscles must contract and release on a split second on hundreds of powerful, dense, leaping chords. Now let's watch the arms in slow motion as they negotiate the intricate and quick movements. Surprisingly, when viewed in slow motion, the basic form doesn't look very different from the form used in the considerably lighter Debussy Image. The difference is that the arms are now supporting much more weight when they land. The weight must be transformed in an instant from fortissimo to pianissimo. The kinesthetic sense, as it guides the arm through wide, quick leaps, twists, and turns, rivals that of a slalom skier. Turbulence finally calms itself at the end, but because of its virtuoso characteristics, with rapid leaping chords and loud dynamics, this etude could easily lead to accumulated tension, strain, pain, and injury. If played with good coordination, the pianist can experience physical effortlessness, even in the midst of extreme musical intensity.